huge win as well, the Michigan native. He was the featured back last week, and he pulls his way ahead. You want to talk about a journey. This man was on almost every practice squad in the NFL. Stayed positive, got to touch the ball live last week. And he's from Southfield, Michigan, so he did it at home. Great, great, great story.
Yeah, Caldwell said everyone was so excited when got in the game last week, a guy that played special teams, but to see him get his first carry and play the way he did, everyone was happy for the guy. He's a hard worker, he deserved it for sure.
Clock is running. They give to Bell, up the middle, he finds a hole, and he's near another first down.
He just put his head down and gave the business to Gerald Hodges. Low man always wins. See, Bell gets underneath Hodges right there, puts him on his back. Hodges makes the tackle, a good sign of a good running back. He always finishes forward with his legs driving towards his goal line.
Bell and Wynn known as power running backs. Riddick more like a Reggie Bush in his attack. 3rd and 1. Jed Collins, the fullback, gets it. And they get the first down.
These compact offenses, you don't see them too much anymore with teams spreading. But anytime it's a short yardage situation, you're going to see them pack the paint and play some power football, something this division had been known for in the past, which gave it the name of the black and blue division. But with the quarterbacks we have in this division now, Goldie, you don't see that as much anymore.
We are approaching the end of quarter number 3. The Lions scored on their opening drive, have added a field goal, and they still lead 10-0. This is the NFL on Fox. The end of the 3rd quarter.
The Brooklyn games are on.
When I beat you, which victory dance should I do? This one?
The Brooklyn games, all new tonight. Wow. On Fox.
Get the advantage.
I got it.
I totally got it.
From the moment you walk on the line.
You'll get the Bob Hook Advantage. Plus, 4 years free maintenance on any new or used vehicle.
So look to Hook for low prices and free maintenance.
That's the Bob Hook Advantage.
Hi, I'm Mike Kennedy with HKC Roofing.
Hi, I'm Jeff Kennedy.
Hi, I'm Levi Kennedy.
Many roofers have just gone in business or come to town. Some of these new or out-of-town roofers are offering long warranties, which they won't be around to back up later.
We've been here long before the storms, and we'll be here long after.
This is my lifetime warranty.
Come on, Papa.
Call us now for your free estimate at 502-212-1081.
Ads attacking Allison Lundergan Grimes on immigration have been called false, bizarre, and hypocritical. Only Mitch McConnell has voted to give amnesty and taxpayer-funded benefits to 3 million illegal aliens, the largest legalization program in U.S. history. Mitch is at the heart of everything that's wrong in Washington, from hypocrisy to greed to gridlock.
I'm Allison Lundergan Grimes, and I approve this message because I've never supported amnesty or benefits for illegal immigrants, and I never will.
Go to KYLottery.com to find out how and where to play Keno.
Get the advantage.
I got it.
I totally got it.
From the moment you walk on the line.
You'll get the Bob Hook Advantage. Plus, 4 years free maintenance on any new or used vehicle.
So look to Hook for low prices and free maintenance.
That's the Bob Hook Advantage.
Start of the 4th quarter, and the Detroit Lions lead the Minnesota Vikings 10-0. Teddy Bridgewater has struggled a bit. 3 interceptions. The first was on the opening drive where it looked like Bridgewater was going to march right into the end zone.
Yeah, he just got a little bit overzealous. Stared down Cordarrelle Patterson the whole time. That was the easy interception. The other 2 weren't Bridgewater's fault. But the game is still within reach. 15 minutes left in the 4th quarter. They're down 10-0, but the game is still within reach. Let's see what the Lions do right here.
Teddy Bridgewater wants another turn. First interceptions of his career. He missed the Green Bay game with a sprained ankle. 1st and 10 from the 19 for Detroit. Joique Bell again, and he'll gain 3 or 4. Linville Joseph with the tackle.
Lombardi just wants to keep getting positive plays here. They don't convert on right here on the second down. On third down, I definitely see him going for the end zone or the sticks.
Well, you said earlier, partner, they're giving away points. They're leaving them on the table. Let's see what they do here. Bell again out of Wayne State. Stafford. Time, looks, checks off, and now the pressure gets him. Another sack against Matthew Stafford. This time it's Linville Joseph.
Joseph just beating the offensive tackle right there. More than anything, that was a coverage sack. Nobody was open. Stafford had nowhere to go, had nothing to do but tuck the ball, and Joseph gets the sack.
You see Matt Prater warming up on the sideline. He is 1 for 3 today. Stafford, the top overall pick in the 2009 draft, checks off. That's Joique Bell, powering ahead for a first down.
He's close, he might have it.
He did exactly what you said earlier. Use the strength and power to just bull his way down. Going to give him a gain of 15. And it might be a 4th and 1.
Looks like they're going for it, Cody. Quick screen play. Rowland leading the way. 2 offensive linemen. Bell just powers down and sets up that 4th and 1.
The field goal kicker story might be a determining factor for Stafford and the Lions going right now. Big George Wynn in the backfield with Joique Bell. And there's Wynn. And he gets the first down and more. Harrison Smith with the stop.
That's a big conversion right there. Good downhill running, power football, black and blue division football, NFC North. Picks up the first down. You put 7 up here, this just might be a ball game.
Absolutely. 13th play of this drive. The give to Bell. Almost to the end zone. Now spotted at about the 1-yard line. Anthony Barr with the tackle.
Offensive line playing good power football. Stafford goes in the hurry up.
2nd and goal. Touchdown! Up and over the top, Joique Bell. And the Lions have scored again.
Great play calling by Lombardi right there. Runs, passes, screens. In this situation, just caught Minnesota not ready. Guys are shuffling around. They're not in their stances. They're not ready to go. And Bell goes over the top for 6.
14-yard drive. 60 yards. Or 14 play, pardon me. 60 yards, 7 minutes and 54 seconds. And Bell, who's coming back from that concussion, ultra impressive for Detroit. Prater for the kick after. Lions lead 17-0. Look at Joique get up. That's what I call elevation. How good is that?
내가 제일 잘 나가. 내가 제일 잘 나가. 내가 제일 잘 나가. 내가 제일 잘 나가. 제일 잘 나가.
Mia Hamm has always been driven to be the best, making her one of the most winning soccer players. Mazda has always been driven to be our best. It's why we engineer highly acclaimed cars like the Mazda 6. J.D. Power has awarded the Mazda 6 the highest-ranked vehicle appeal among mid-size cars. Skyactiv technology gives it the winning combination of best-in-class fuel efficiency and uncompromised performance. The 2015 Mazda 6. What do you drive?
So.
Fox tomorrow.
I told you never to come back here.
There's a war coming. I can help you. Trust me.
Every legend has a beginning.
Everything my parents worked for is now falling into the hands of criminals.
Not everything.
You want to be a woman with power? I'm looking for a weapon. Do you believe Gotham can be saved?
Gotham, followed by Sleepy Hollow. All new tomorrow on Fox.
The Simpsons serves up all new comedy. Tonight, only on Fox.
Today's Game on Fox is sponsored by Microsoft Surface, the official tablet of the NFL. By Bud Light, who reminds fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. And by Burger King. For a limited time, get 10 chicken nuggets for just $1.49.
New Lions offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi, who worked with the 8-time Pro Bowler Drew Brees down in New Orleans. Now he's got Matthew Stafford, 2-time Pro Bowler, and as you mentioned, that was the most impressive drive of this football game.
Yeah, now the onus is on Minnesota to bounce back. Let's see if special teams coordinator Mike Prater, who mentioned they might be coming up with some nice plays on special teams, and get Cordarrelle Patterson rolling right here.
Patterson way deep in the end zone. And once again, the Vikings will start on the 20-yard line. Man, they need some offense. Teddy Bridgewater, do you have it in you? We'll find out. Joique Bell sure does.
This is Alex. We saw him holding Bud Light, which means he's up for whatever happens. So we surprised him with a new Buccaneers-themed living room.
Alex, come and check this out.
Hey, man. Cool. You like it?
Yeah. Alex.
Hey, what the
Aren't you the number one Buck fan?
I am.
I love it. Come with me. Come on, Alex. Look at my backyard. This is crazy.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to fire the cannon.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
This is the iPhone 6.
And this is the iPhone 6 Plus.
They come with a thing called Health, so they can help you track a lot of stuff. Like today, I walked 3.8 miles.
Well, I ran 4.2 miles.
Well, I climbed 11 flights of stairs.
Well, I drank a smoothie that had 362 calories in it.
Well, I had a funnel cake that had 1,230 calories in it.
You know that's not good, right?
It was good. It was delicious.
Right now at Burger King, get 10 chicken nuggets for just $1.49. No, wait, is that really right?
Yep, it says it right there. $1.49, 10 nuggets, limited time only.
All right. They're crispy and golden on the outside, made with premium white meat on the inside. Get more your way, only at Burger King.
I got it now. I got the whole league.
I've got the world's biggest NFL video library, personalized just for me, with highlights of my favorite players.
Breaking news, fantasy predictions.
It's everything I want, from Marcus Allen
to Keenan Allen.
And it goes with me from this screen to that screen.
This fantasy screen, I got it now. Your own screen, download it now.
NFL Now. Download it today.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is all new tonight after The Simpsons on Fox.
Time will soon become an enemy for the Minnesota Vikings. They trail 17-0 here in the fourth quarter. From the shotgun. Down the middle, and that pass was tipped.
Big hit off the edge.
Man, I'll tell you what, you want to talk about bringing the pressure? The Lions have done it all day.
Right there was Josh Bynes on these last couple plays. You're seeing the defensive line has dialed it up. Anza, Hedebo, Levy, all bringing the pressure play after play. Josh Bynes coming off the edge.
Matt Asiata with the carry. DeAndre Levy with the stop. Loss of 2 brings up a 3rd and 12. Lions came in with the top-ranked defense in the National Football League.
And they absolutely look like it, partner. Sacked 5 times, hit 9 times, 12 hurries, and 7 knockdowns on the day. The Vikings haven't had the ball for more than 3 minutes and 30 seconds on any drive today.
Sometimes the numbers are deceiving. Those numbers tell the story. 3rd and 12 from the 18-yard line. Bridgewater connects. Greg Jennings. And he's pushed out of bounds shy of the marker by Rasheem Mathis, the 12-year veteran.
The Vikings talked about next man up. We haven't seen much of Jennings today. Right there, catches the underneath route, just short of the first down marker. His first catch of the day, his second target. Someone's gonna have to step up on this offense by the Vikings if we're gonna see any production, any chance of getting back in this game.
Here's the kick. Jeremy Ross is back at the 30. Ross trying to find an opening. Still on his feet and tackled at the 35-yard line. Michael Mata with the special teams play.
Man, it's the perfect moment. Just her, the ball, the goalie, and the sun? No.
It's too dark.
See the perfect shot before you take it with HDR preview on the Samsung Galaxy S5. The next big thing is here.
Hi, I'm Tom. What can I get you?
I need 6 large pies pronto.
Sounds like a party. Whoop, whoop.
Introducing voice ordering on the Domino's app. Right now, get 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas for $5.99 each.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
For the most electric night of comedy ever. I did it for the laughs. Sunday Fun Day. An all-new Simpsons, all-new Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and after Family Guy, Mulaney is all new. Sunday Fun Day. Tonight on Fox.
Let us release our own horsemen.
If you're not watching Sleepy Hollow, you're missing the most action-packed, outlandish thrill ride on TV.
Get out of my car.
All new Sleepy Hollow, tomorrow at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Wow! Are you kidding me? Unbelievable!
I've got the world's biggest NFL video library personalized just for me.
And it goes with me from this screen to that screen.
NFL Now. Download it today.
Today's game is sponsored by the new Samsung Galaxy S5. The next big thing is here.
Earlier, Rose Murphy, the mother of Vikings quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, was honored. She is a breast cancer survivor. And of course, we all want to do anything we can do to help the fight that so many women have. Rose Murphy, absolutely inspirational early. 10-14 remains in the game. First and 10 from the 35, Joique Bell. And he'll gain about 3.
Late in the ball game, Joe Lombardi's going to keep that clock moving, keep the power football going, try to take off as many minutes as he can off this clock and just wear down the Minnesota defense.
Well, they have run the ball very well. Didn't start early, running it effectively, but man, they put together a good rushing day in the last few. And it's by committee, George Wynn in the backfield. The fake, Stafford, downfield, incomplete. Intended for Eric Ebron. So Mike Zimmer talked to us. He tried to be upbeat. We brought up the Packers, which nobody wanted to talk about, of course. He said, we're moving ahead. That 42-10 loss is beyond us, but he's got to be frustrated with this effort today.
Yeah, Zimmer alluded to having less talent on other teams and the teams actually being better are playing at a higher level than this team is playing right now. So he sees the light at the end of the tunnel, but they're just not dialed in yet, playing as a cohesive unit on offense or defense.
3rd and 8 for the Lions from the 37. They got to hurry. Got it off. Stafford throws wide and incomplete. Golden Tate, the intended receiver. Captain Mutterlin with the great coverage there. So Teddy Bridgewater and the Vikings will get it back.
Munnerlyn on tape, jams him at the line of scrimmage, able to break it up. Good, tight defense, playing from the inside out. George Edwards, defensive coordinators, definitely happy with that effort. 3 and out by the Vikings.
Detroit just 1 of 11 on third down today. They were 1 of 11 last week against Buffalo, the 17-14 loss. Marcus Sherrills to receive. And here we go. Trying to dance around. He's hit hard at the 38-yard line by Tahir Whitehead. Vikings looking for a comeback. It's going to come from that man if he can do it. They're battling in the NFC North.
Welcome to my innovation lab. In this profession, it really pays to have confidence in your equipment. A supercharged engine helps for instant power. We like some luxury with our performance. After all, real comfort comes from being in control.
I have big news. Bacon and cheese have been stuffed in a crust.
Pizza Hut's new bacon and cheese stuffed crust with hardwood smoked bacon and a blend of 3 cheeses. For a limited time, get a large one topping for just $11.99 when you order online. Order now at pizzahut.com.
Thousands of people have already shared their stories at TogetherWeMakeFootball.com.
It's way more than a game for me.
I wish John Elway would come in and buy a cappuccino or something. Let me make it. I would probably just faint right there.
One individual and one group who win the trip of a lifetime to Super Bowl 49.
Did I win?
Time is running out. There's 1 week left. Share your story at TogetherWeMakeFootball.com.
I've got it now.
I've got the whole league.
I've got the world's biggest NFL video library, personalized just for me, with highlights of my favorite players.
Breaking news, fantasy predictions.
It's everything I want, from Marcus Allen
to Keenan Allen. And it goes with me from this screen to that screen.
This fantasy screen, I got it now. Your own screen, download it now.
NFL Now. Download it today.
The good, the evil, the beginning. Gotham all new tomorrow on Fox.
Theo Riddick injured in this game. He missed last game with the hamstring, but Joique Bell, George Wynn, and Riddick early have done a nice job on the ground for the Lions. Now it's all about Teddy Bridgewater. Can the Vikings put some points on the board? They're on their 33-yard line. Dumped off and incomplete. Intended for Patterson, and good coverage on the play.
Levy absolutely ran over McKinnon. But here on the coverage underneath, there's nowhere to go.
Darius Slay was all over him, wasn't he? Patterson should be the best receiving threat, but he hasn't done much today. He hasn't had the chance. Bridgewater trying to change that. Dumps it off in and out of the hands of Jerick McKinnon. So third down coming up here, but let's check in with Kurt Menefee for a game update.
All right, the other team from the NFC North playing right now, Green Bay down to Miami, and they're all even against the Dolphins. Lamar Miller ties it up for Miami with a 5-yard score, 17 all. Mike, Brendan, and Peter.
Thank you very much, Kurt. 9 minutes, 5 seconds remain here. There's a penalty, and they cleaned it up. Now we're set to go. 1st and 10 from the 38. The first down coming on the penalty against the Lions. Bridgewater steps up. Good passes, little shuttle pass up ahead. And the Vikings trying to make things happen with Jerick McKinnon. Good improv there by Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, a little Brett Favre-esque right there. Uses his feet, gives the little shovel to McKinnon. McKinnon picks up the first down. This is the best position a defense can be in when you're up 17-0. You know a team has to pass. You can dial anything up, and Terrell Austin sure is doing that.
Jason Jones had the pressure on Bridgewater. Bridgewater again to a wide open receiver, Charles Johnson. They need to put some points on the board right here, partner.
Lions just playing cautious, letting them catch the ball underneath, keeping them in bounds. They're not giving them anything over the top. Let's see if they try to stretch the field.
2nd and 3. McKinnon on the carry, and he gets the first down. Gain of 5 and a first down for the rookie, Jerick McKinnon.
Late in the ballgame, we're seeing the balance that we expected to see earlier. They were showing the hurry up in practice. Now you see it. Bridgewater's doing a good job. They're putting together one of their best drives of the ballgame.
Opening drive looked great until the interception. Another big drive. Turned over again. Big battle for the ball. And huge hits at Jarius Wright. Wow. That was outstanding.
Quick slant play. Shamar Stephen put his shoulder into Jarius Wright. He's going to feel that tomorrow.
Mathis as well. But a good gain, 2nd and 4. To the flat, complete. To Patterson, there is a flag on the field. Darius Slay on the coverage of Cordero. As Peter Schrager said after the halftime, Mike Zimmer really said too many dumb penalties. So I'm sure he's disappointed right here again. So now it's 2nd and 14 from the Lions 41. Lions are 3 and 2 on the year. Vikings are 2 and 3. Kurt gave us the update on the Green Bay Packers. Bridgewater quickly to the flat for McKinnon. He makes a move, and another. And he's hit at the 31-yard line.
McKinnon is so shifty.
Jones. Oh, yeah, and that's what the coaches told us. McKinnon is like your Adrian Peterson type runner, where the other guys are all about power.
Yeah, Asiata's a downhill guy. McKinnon's a shifty guy. Setting up 3rd and short. See if they can get this donut off the screen.
Get the crowd back into it. Bridgewater. Over the middle, first down. Good play. Again, he goes to Chase Ford, the tight end. And a gain of 7.
Chase Ford, a guy that was showing up big in practice on Friday. Coaches and Teddy are waiting to see that translate today. On Sunday, you see him with a couple grabs, picks up the first down, hurry-up mode, back in effect.
Effective today indeed. Shotgun again. Bridgewater spins away. The ball is deflected. Nope, it's in his hand still. He had to throw it away. They were up ready to beat him down one more time.
A wave of pressure
right?
by that Lions defense. You see it coming off the edge. Ezekiel Anza putting on the pressure.
Cassius Vaughn as well.
Anza's got a couple sacks on the day, a forced fumble on the day. Relentless pressure. You can't coach that type of effort.
2nd and 10 from the 23. 9th play of the drive. The longest today for the Vikings. Bridgewater to Cordero Patterson. He's still on his feet. And dragged down at the 18-yard line by DeAndre Levy. Gain of 5. The Lions player on the field will return after this.
When we say the all-new Chrysler 200 is all new, we mean it. We used the latest tools and built a new state-of-the-art manufacturing plant. We gave it new smart technology. We challenged conventional thinking with a more intuitive design. And we set new expectations of what an American sedan can be. The all-new Chrysler 200, America's import.
She inspires you. No question about that.
But your erectile dysfunction? That could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
I have faced many enemies, even horsemen without heads. Let us release our own horsemen.
If you're not watching Sleepy Hollow, you're missing the most action-packed, outlandish, pulse-pounding thrill ride on network TV.
Get out of my car.
All new Sleepy Hollow, tomorrow at 9/8 Central on Fox.
The Lions, number 32, James Ihedebo, is on the bench. He walked on his own accord, so he looks to be just fine. He has played in 4 straight AFC Championship games. Flag on the field.
Two penalties on this drive. Just a drive killer. Zimmer talking about making mistakes. They're busting across the board. Different guys making mistakes, making it that much harder for Teddy in this offense to get on track.
Cordero Patterson. Vikings just 3 of 11 today on 3rd down. They've converted 1 on this drive. Ball is at the 22-yard line. Bridgewater over the middle, incomplete. Greg Jennings, the intended receiver.
Haven't seen much of any of the Vikings receivers today. Not much offense at all. The story has really been about this defense. You see the pressure there by Anza. Sue getting his hand in there. It's been a tough day for Teddy Bridgewater in his 2nd start of his career against the #1 defense in the NFL in the Vikings. Excuse me, in the Lions.
So they will attempt the 40-yard field goal. And the Vikings are on the board. 17-3 after the 44-yarder by Blair Walsh.
It will be a tough fight.
But the chosen one has been sent to us.
That's not correct. I bought this and won a PS4, so...
Hand-selected by the Vanguard.
I'm from New Jersey. I don't know what he's talking about.
Only he can save us. To battle!
Hold on. Sensitive trigger.
Grab a Quesarito Big Box from Taco Bell for a chance to win a limited edition PS4 Destiny bundle. There's a winner about every 15 minutes.
What is love?
Hola, amor. I'm on my way to the interview. Yeah, I'll transfer the money. Done.
What is love?
You got the tickets? Perfecto. I'll send you the money. Done.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
And done.
On your phone, online, on the go. Wells Fargo makes it easy to get banking done.
They've waited their whole lives.
I've been cooking since I was 2.
Now they're going for the ultimate culinary prize.
If you won $100 grand, what's the first thing you would buy with it?
I'd go to Vegas.
MasterChef Junior, new season premieres Tuesday, November 4th on Fox.
This is a picture of my first mammogram. At age 40 in April, I was diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer. I was very lucky they caught it. I have 2 girls, Colette and Laurel. They knew it would be all right, so. It's because of this first mammogram that I'm able to enjoy time with my children and my family. Get an annual mammogram. Visit NFL.com/pink to learn more about a crucial catch day.
The good, the evil, the beginning. Gotham all new tomorrow on Fox.
Detroit 17, Minnesota 3. 11-play drive. covered 45 yards, 4 minutes, 21 seconds, and the 40-yard field goal. Now, the Lions have their hands team here. They want to be ready for a potential onside kick. When you look at the clock, Brendan, at 4:53, probably have to look that way, right?
Yeah, they're not tipping their hand right now that they're gonna onside it. They possibly could. I think they'll probably kick it off and try to get some stops on 1st and 2nd down, and then start using their timeouts around 3rd down. We'll see what the strategy is right here that Mike Zimmer's gonna employ.
He does kick it indeed. And through the end zone. Blair Walsh. Don't forget, tonight, it's game 2 of the NLCS as the Giants attempt to take a 2-0 series lead, while the Cardinals look to even things up before hitting the road for game 3. Coverage begins tonight after football, only on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Jake Peavy, Lance Lynn, your starters later on Fox Sports 1. So the Lions will start at their own 20. The handoff to Joique Bell. And he's dragged down near the line of scrimmage. Gain of maybe 1 or 2 at best. Gerald Hodges in on the play.
Hodges blitzing all the way. Actually, excuse me, he wasn't. Stag linebacker. On the blitz from the backside was Harrison Smith. 1st-round draft pick 3 years ago. Notre Dame graduate.
Big George Wynn will set up in the backfield here. Matthew Stafford. Looking to lead his team to 4-2 on the season.
We're good. Reaver, 34. Ready. You waiting?
The handoff to George Wynn, and he bowls his way ahead. Hit by Jasper Brinkley. Let's check in with Kurt Menefee. He has more on our America's Game of the Week. Kurt.
You said it, Goldie. America's Game of the Week, the Dallas Cowboys riding that 4-game win streak and tied for 1st in the NFC East. Visit Russell Wilson and the defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. It all comes up shortly after you guys are done there in Minnesota. Mike, Brendan, Peter.
Thank you, Kurt. Great day of football. Beautiful weather here. As the Lions looking for a rare victory here in Minneapolis. Of course, they're playing outside. To the flat. And Golden Tate met immediately by Josh Robinson.
The strategy right there by Lombardi. A quick completion. He came out in an empty set, got the quick completion, but he kept the clock going, forcing Minnesota to use one of their timeouts.
3:16 on the clock.
Timeout Minnesota, the team's first. Please reset the game clock. 3:19.
They trail by 2 touchdowns.
On the game clock, please. Thank you.
I mean, over the last few years, Brendan, it has been total domination for the Vikings at home against the Lions. The Lions have lost 15 of their last 16 games here.
And when I talked to Matt Stafford, he said he was not fazed by playing here at University of Minnesota, opposed to playing in the bubble where they had all those losses.
We were talking about that when we saw the stat. It's not the Metrodome, it's outside on a beautiful day. Fair catch. Some Marcus Sherrills. See what they can do. See if the Vikings can go to work. Yeah, you've played in some of those domes, of course, the Vikings. That place was as intimidating as any in the league.
The noise level.
The horn.
The horn, the noise level, you have a top on it. The sound can't escape. You can't even hear yourself talking in that stadium. Definitely gives you a clear advantage on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. And they just don't have that same type of esteem here in the stadium at the Golden Gophers home stadium.
Golden Gophers played yesterday. The first time all year, the only time actually, they'll have back-to-backs. Gophers and then Vikings games. Gophers with a nice win. Bridgewater steps up. Looks to get to the sidelines, and he does. Ndamukong Suh running him down, a gain of 8.
Suh chasing Bridgewater all the way down. The fans screaming as Suh is in hot pursuit from his defensive tackle position. And Suh gets to show off the wheels a little bit, but look at this little touch as he goes out of bounds. Is what the fans are all screaming about. They want the penalty.
Suh, one of the best in the league.
Oh,
Ziggy's had a big day too. Ziggy Ansah with a good day defensively against Teddy Bridgewater. 2nd and 2. Bridgewater looking. And he's going to be hauled down again. George Johnson with the sack. Loss of 7.
When you know a team is going to pass, you're going to call stunts in the inside. Guys are going to get after it. You see the twist right there. Johnson able to come after the pressure. Nowhere to go and gets the coverage sack.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked for the 6th time on that play. 3rd and 9 from the 49. Moving ahead up the middle. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver for Darrell Patterson. And James Ihedebo almost pulled it in.
Once again, the pressure on Bridgewater, the inside stunts. Bridgewater can't set his feet. He has to step up in the pocket, and there's an errant throw. And Ihedebo misses the interception to ice the game.
Vikings could never get it going offensively. And do keep in mind, it is the #1 defense in the league. The Detroit Lions have done a good job all season long. But here at home, trying to rebound from a disappointing game in Green Bay, you know they would like to have more. Bridgewater breaks a tackle. He's sacked for the 7th time. And it's Ziggy again, Ziggy Ansah with the sack.
George Johnson really set that up. He put the initial pressure on Bridgewater. Ansah gets the stat and he finishes it off. He's going to have to thank his teammate. You see him right there on the ET stunt. The end and the tackle switch assignments. Ziggy's the man today.
Absolutely. In the 2 victories for the Vikings, they scored 75 points, 34 and 41. In their losses, and this will be the 4th, they have only scored 26 points combined. That tells the story.
Opposite, tag 54. Double trip. Ready. Hey, lady. Lays up.
Stafford in the offense. George Wynn now with the carry. Have been solid. They've changed things up in their attack from time to time, like you talked about, Brendan. Timeout on the field. 2nd timeout for the Vikings.
George Caldwell's elated that he brought Terrell Austin with him from Baltimore. He'd actually had a ton of experience with him earlier in his career. When he was a young coach, he coached against him, and he noticed something special about Terrell Austin. We talked about Penn State and him stealing him from Penn State and doing his Joe Pa impression.
Joe Pa was great. Joe Pa didn't want to let him go. He said, hey, he's just a graduate assistant.
And then Jim
Caldwell said,
Caldwell
he's my graduate assistant.
Right. And then Jim Caldwell goes into the imitation of Joe Pa. That was hilarious. But he's coming up big today, calling a great defensive game for the Lions.
2:09 on the clock. Lions set to go to 4 and 2. Stafford. And it's Bell again. And take into account the field goal kicking a week ago against Buffalo, this really should even be a better team in the record books. Timeout.
This was the 3rd
final timeout for the Vikings.
32nd timeout.
It showed up today with the 2 missed field goals. This game could easily be 23-3.
Vikings could have, and maybe they think should have, been 5-1 leaving Minneapolis today.
Coach Caldwell, forever the optimist. He said teams grow when they go through adversity, whether it's a guy getting hurt or precarious situations, missing field goals. this team is built for the haul. They're just trying to hang on right now. He said really in November and December is really when the Lions want to hit their stride, but they're playing some good football today.
They would like that man back as soon as possible. Both Calvin Johnson and Reggie Bush out of the lineup. And the Lions are going to win here in Minneapolis. Outdoors, not indoors. 3rd and 5 from the 29-yard line of Minnesota. A little motion for Golden Tate. Stafford looked. Now he throws it up, and it's incomplete. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Stafford and the Lions up by 14.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by AT&T, mobilizing your world.
Yes, we have the new iPhone.
How?
Because everyone's coming in for the new iPhone.
Well, what
kind of service plan can you get? Well, right now, if you select the 15 gig plan, we'll double your data and make it 30 gigs for the same price.
Well, that sounds...
Oh, great, you'll take it.
Are you inside my mind right now?
Nope.
Where was I?
Albuquerque.
Who is the...
Porcupine.
What is my favorite?
Hollandaise sauce.
No way.
The new iPhone is here. And now you get 30 gigs of data to share starting at $160 a month.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV. And I'm far less attractive, Rob Lowe, and I have cable. With DirecTV, you get 1080p and Dolby 5.1, the industry's best picture and sound. With cable, you get pictures and some sound, too. DirecTV is a theater quality experience I can have at home with all my friends. I don't. Don't be like this, me. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Thousands of people have already shared their stories at TogetherWeMakeFootball.com.
It's way more than a game for me.
I wish John O would come in and buy a cappuccino or something. Let me make it. I would probably just faint right there.
One individual and one group who win the trip of a lifetime to Super Bowl 49.
Did I win?
Time is running out. There's 1 week left. Share your story at TogetherWeMakeFootball.com.
Let us release our own horsemen.
If you're not watching Sleepy Hollow, you're missing the most action-packed, outlandish thrill ride on TV.
Get out of my car.
All new Sleepy Hollow, tomorrow at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. 3rd and 17. 4th and 5, pardon me, with 1:57 on the clock. Look at these next 5 games. At Buffalo, we'll have that one, partner. Then Tampa Bay, Washington, and the bye week. And Mike Zimmer told us he's going to learn a lot about his team in the next few weeks.
Yeah, they're playing some good football teams, but they think they can win these games. 2-3 record, they'll be going to 2-4. They want to get back to 500 at least by that bye week and see if they can put some wins together and try to enjoy that bye week.
Lions is going to go for it. Bell in the backfield. The pitch. And he's pushed out of bounds. Jasper Brinkley. And the Vikings will get the ball back.
Vikings take over on downs.
Bonus coverage is next. What a game. The Dolphins 24, the Packers 20. Obviously, the Lions and the Vikings are watching that game very closely. Not the ones playing, but the ones who want to know the result.
The Lions are in a nice position. They'll be sitting on top of the NFC North.
Yep.
In sole possession of first place with the big win today. Especially if the Vikings lose. I'm sorry, if the Green Bay Packers lose, that's a huge loss for them against the Miami Dolphins.
Teddy Bridgewater. Hauled down again. In Ndamukong Suh. And a loss of 2.
That's been the story of the day, partner.
Absolutely, yep.
Lions defensive line just eating out there. 8 sacks on the day. And they want to line up for some more.
Second and 12, the clock is running. Vikings are out of timeouts. they go to Chase Ford, and he pulls his way up for a few extra yards. 13-yard gain by the tight end.
Ford showed a little bit of skills, a couple juke moves, breaks a tackle, jukes a couple linebackers.
Look at that. He is now the all-time leader with 30.5 career sacks. And Ndamukong Suh. Bridgewater looks upfield and complete. Greg Jennings with the reception.
Jennings' second catch of the day. Too little, too late. The story's been the Lions' defensive line. Suh, all-time defensive tackle sack leader.
Just past the numbers put up by Shaun Rogers during his days in Detroit. Suh, the second overall pick
prior to
in 2010.
Timeout.
Timeout on the
Detroit,
field.
Team's first. 30-second timeout.
So the Lions stop the clock with 52 seconds remaining. So let's see what the Lions' journey has ahead for them. Home against New Orleans and against Atlanta. Then the bye week, and they don't travel until November 16th when they go to take on the Cardinals.
You think that's a huge game for Joe Lombardi?
Yep. In London is actually, the Atlanta game is in London.
Lombardi going back home, playing against the New Orleans Saints. That'll be a big game for him.
London is a home game, right?
Yeah.
For whoever flies there first.
Flight.
Yeah, exactly. Bridgewater up the middle, in and out of the hands of Greg Jennings.
Jennings heard footsteps. He saw big 94 tiptoeing at him. Ezekiel Anza dropping in coverage. Still got to pull that down. Jennings, the wily vet, saw a guy 100 pounds heavier than him beating down on him. Still got to catch it.
It's been that kind of day.
This is important time, though, for Bridgewater. Even though it's garbage time and there's nothing at stake, you want to build into next week, going into Buffalo with some completions.
A little simulation here, right? Second and 10. Bridgewater steps up, flags on the field. Bridgewater down at the 34-yard line.
Legal use of hands, hands to the face, number 75 offense, 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
Matt Khalil, third-year man out of USC.
Right there, the bottom of your screen on Anza, you see the hand, the right hand on the face mask. Refs have been majoring, calling illegal hands to the face on both sides of the ball, along with holding after the 5-yard mark on defensive players. We've seen those penalties increase enormously this year.
So second and 20 with 42 seconds remaining. Complete to Cordero Patterson. And he's brought down at the 43-yard line. Danny Gore with the tackle.
Norv Turner had been hoping that Patterson would have a big game today. McKinnon and Asiata as well. Teddy Bridgewater. But the Lions defense just smothering the Vikings all day.
Bridgewater out to the flat. Jennings as the time is ticking down here on Minnesota. The Detroit Lions win for the 4th time this season. Their final score, 17-3.
Plus, new developments and another shocking story involving a high school football player, an 18-year-old accused of raping 2 women, but still being allowed to play on the field. Stay close.
It's Steinmart's once-a-year October 12-hour sale. This Saturday from 9 to 9 with Preview Day Friday. Save up to an extra 50% off our everyday discount prices. Save even more with coupon at steinmart.com. The 12-hour sale. Don't miss it.
Sweet, spicy, savory. Red Lobster's endless shrimp and soon. The year's largest variety, like new spicy sriracha shrimp or Parmesan shrimp scampi. As much as you like, any way you like, but it won't last long. So hurry in today and see food differently.
The politics of preaching. Why is Houston demanding a preview from pastors? The Gov reacts to the subpoenaed sermons, then stopping the spread of Ebola.
It is not easy to control it.
Is he the man for the job? Judge Janine questions the leadership at the CDC.
You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and still own your home. There's got to be a catch, right, Jesse? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with a reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. And with AAG, there are never any income or credit score requirements.
Call 1-800-661-0695 now to receive a new free information kit, including a reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation.
AAG can help you pay off credit card debt, eliminate monthly mortgage payments, and provide some real retirement security.
Call 1-800-661-0695 today to get your free AAG reverse mortgage information kit and bonus DVD.
In the kits, you'll receive a helpful 3-part guide. The first will show you how a government-insured reverse mortgage allows you to access the equity in your home as tax-free cash. 500,000 people have already done it. The second booklet contains stories told by people just like you who've had their lives changed forever using a reverse mortgage. And the third guide is full of helpful answers and information for children and loved ones.
Call 1-800-661-0695 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free.
There's simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement.
Call 1-800-661-0695 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-661-0695 now.
AAG, the best advice for a better life.
Introducing Joel Osteen Radio, exclusively on Sirius XM.
We can live in victory every single day.
Tune in for motivation 24/7. Hear weekly services and special event broadcasts. And for the first time ever, you can call in to Pastors Joel and Victoria Osteen for personal guidance.
There is a power in you greater than any power that comes against you.
Subscribe today for as little as $5.99 a month for the ultimate entertainment. And now the ultimate inspiration.
Join me here on Sirius XM.
Next week, your money is on the line. See if home sales add up to a changing housing market and if manufacturing is making a problem for jobs. Tune in to Fox Business Network. Not sure where to find FBN? It's easy. Just go to foxbusiness.com/channel finder.
I found a better deal on prescriptions.
We found lower copays.
And a free wellness visit. New plan, same doctor. I'm happy.
It's Medicare open enrollment. Have you compared plans yet?
It's easy at Medicare.gov.
Or you can call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Medicare open enrollment. You'll never know unless you go.
I did it. You can too.
Welcome back to Outnumbered, developing now in the hazing scandal that ended this football season for a high school powerhouse. The growing speculation over the fate of the coaching staff, including the team's longtime head coach, the school superintendent in Sayreville, New Jersey, reportedly weighing disciplinary action, which could result in firings. Some players saying the alleged incidents of abuse, the details sickening, too sickening to mention on TV, went on for years, the hazing scandal rocking a town that loves its Friday night lights and raising questions about how such behavior could have been tolerated for so long. A football coach with more than 40 years experience telling the New York Times, quote, "A good coach develops an I have your back mentality among his players. But who had the backs of these kids who were victimized there in Sayreville? Nobody. That's a huge disappointment. It makes you sick." Judge, it really does when you really read into the details of this so-called hazing that was going on at this football team.
It's almost Penn State all over again. I mean, it's not at that level, but how do coaches? I remember my coaches when I was in high school. They did two things. One, they controlled you in that locker room. I'm talking about when you were off the field. They made sure it didn't get out of control, and they paddled you, which they don't do anymore. So they're not paddling, but they're clearly not controlling the locker room. How could this go on for years and have coaches go, "I didn't know"? Either you are lying and you did know and you should be criminally prosecuted, or you're completely incompetent and you should be fired.
So based on what we know about this story, Kirsten, do you think that there should be firings and accountability at the coaching staff level then?
I do, yeah. This is just, I don't get the hazing stuff. I just don't understand this kind of culture. So but I do think even if kids will do stupid things, the adults have to be responsible, and it's really impossible for me to believe that they didn't know what was going on.
It's very concerning for parents, too, who send their kids off to school, join the football team, to know this stuff was going on right under the coaches' noses.
Yeah, okay, so one thing that we learned today, Sandra, is that the head coach, who's been there for more than 20 years, George Najjar, had a conversation the day before the game was canceled and the rest of the season was canceled. So this is interesting because these are from students who don't want to come forth publicly, but the prosecutor's office is talking with them. And what they said was he went into the locker room and he said, "Do I need to be in here?" So he clearly knew something. We don't know exactly what he knew, but he said, I trust you guys, but can I not trust you now? Do I have to come into the locker room? So had he gotten wind of something? Had he seen something? We don't know, but that's part of the investigation now, and that was new information this morning.
Judge, do you trust the school to conduct its own investigation here? Because, as you know, some of the players have been charged as adults. A lot of people are concerned because they are juveniles, some right on that cusp there. But do you trust that because law enforcement isn't getting involved with the coaches, that the school can do a pretty accurate job and good job of getting to the bottom of whether they knew?
Well, having been on the criminal court bench for 10 years, I don't trust anybody. I hardly trust you guys.
Oh, no.
I like you. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. We didn't fight yet. Although I want to know who you thought won that last argument. I want you to rule on who won. We'll get to that later.
After I saw the two of you going at it, I was starting to shift over this way a little bit.
Flashbacks to the courtroom.
I don't trust the school.
We're getting closer.
I don't trust the school. And the reason I don't trust the school to do investigations is because they have a financial interest. The lawsuits are going to be coming. And the school and the school board are going to be hit with them. So anybody who has a financial interest, I do not have faith in a clear, above-board, transparent investigation.
Judge, would you try these kids as adults, these juveniles, for what they did?
In all fairness, the details I've read are not very detailed. I mean, it sounds horrible, but I didn't get the details of exactly what happened. But the one that was, there was one that, they call it a sexual contact or something. The way they described it was clearly a sexual rape of some sort, but they didn't give all the details. That one, I think, should be tried as an adult. You don't take a crime that serious and treat it as a juvenile.
On to this story. A Washington State high school football player who is facing now 2 rape charges has decided to quit the team. 18-year-old Tyler Smith was arrested last month for allegedly raping a girl over the summer. He reportedly told investigators the girl said no, but he thought she was saying no for pleasure and not to stop having sex. And while working on the case, detectives learned he may have also sexually assaulted another girl in December 2012. Friends say they are shocked, and the school district saying the legal process has to play out.
He's always a good kid, he's always got a smile on his face. He's always willing to help out someone, if someone needs a few bucks, he'll give you a few bucks, he'll help you out, Like, I don't really see him doing any of that really, he's a good kid.
What happened is absolutely unacceptable if the allegations are true. But at this point, those are allegations, and we have a legal system that says you're innocent until proven guilty. And so we're relying upon the legal system to help us.
Although Smith did decide to quit the team because he didn't want to be a distraction for the players, it doesn't change the fact that he was still allowed to play on the team and stay in school despite the charges. Judge, these are difficult cases, and in many times you hear the community in which these kids live speak out and say they were shocked. He was a nice guy. He was my friend. And it is a bit of a shock.
It is a shock, but as you pointed out, they're horrible charges, and a lot of people stumble over the whole presumption of innocence clause and apply it to places where it doesn't really belong. For example, if you had a babysitter and the babysitter was arrested and charged with sexual assault on a minor, would you leave that person as your babysitter? Absolutely not. Of course not. Now, but you could say, well, they haven't been proven, they're presumed innocent. I don't care. The presumption of innocence is a legal presumption.
It's a great example.
That we give to the jurors so that when we don't want innocent people convicted. So we want jurors who will take somebody that they see in the courtroom, even if they walked in and said, I wonder what he did. We tell them, you need to presume he's innocent and force the state to prove that he's guilty and force him to prove it beyond every reasonable doubt. And that way we know we're not convicting an innocent person. It doesn't mean that outside of court, you have to have that mentality. When I go on shows and I give legal commentary, the Casey Anthony case, prime example, from day one I was saying, that girl murdered her daughter. I could just tell from the way the evidence was coming out. Now, if I was her judge, I step out of my body and I'm like, okay, presume her innocent, make them prove it, and it's not always easy to do. We ask jurors to do a very difficult thing. But that doesn't mean that out in the public you go, well, this guy is accused of raping 2 women. He's pretty much admitted to having sex even after they said no, but we're gonna keep him on the team because of the presumption of innocence. That's just wrong.
It's tough.
Well, and the other complicating factor here, we saw the superintendent double down because he said it more than once, kind of defending the decision to keep the kid playing. What I find interesting about that is this is not happening in a vacuum. Look at what's been going on with domestic violence cases in the NFL. So I have to question if these adults in the situation, the superintendent, are they not paying attention to what's happening at other levels? That presumption of innocence isn't keeping some of the people in the NFL, the league leaders, from making some tough decisions now because the public has gotten involved.
I was going to ask you that, Judge. Would you apply that same theory to professional sports?
No, I wouldn't apply it. I think it's just, you won't remember this because you probably all weren't born, but back in 1995, Nebraska had a football player who grabbed his girlfriend by the hair and dragged her down the stairs. And the coach put him into play. Why? Because there's millions of dollars at stake if they go to the Fiesta Bowl. It's all about the money. It's it started with he's off the team, and then it became, well, we're suspending him, but indefinitely, and then like hours later, he was back to playing.
So all those players that get arrested, period, whether there's the presumption of innocence and they have due process, you would say no games for them?
I would say it's a case-by-case basis. I wouldn't say if you're arrested for anything, you're off the team. I would say it depends on the facts, what's alleged. You have to do it on a case-by-case basis.
It's great to have you here on
Thank
these difficult cases. We'll keep watching them. Oops. By the way, it happened again. Another male Democrat attacking his female Republican opponent for her work background. Is this becoming a sexist trend among candidates? And a move that releases criminal illegal aliens back to the street is also costing taxpayers a lot of money. We'll explain in a live report.
Sometimes you just know when you've hit a home run. That's why I use Blue Emu Pain Relief Spray. It's fast-acting, odor-free, and it soothes all my aches and pain. And if you're like me, you'll also love the non-greasy, deep-penetrating Blue Emu Cream. Take it from me. It works fast, and you won't stink.
The rhythm of life. Where do you hear that beat? Campbell's Healthy Request Soup lets you hear it in your heart. Heart healthy, great taste. Sounds good. Campbell's Healthy Request. Good.
As women, we always talk about how we should look or what's the best way to lose weight. But for me, it finally became all about how I feel. I looked in the mirror and I saw what I didn't want to see, the truth. I was 50 pounds overweight. It was a rough day. That's when I decided I had to lose weight. So I chose the only simple option for me, Nutrisystem.
And now, with Fast 5 from Nutrisystem, you can lose weight fast. Lose 5 pounds in your first week or your money back guaranteed.
I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Order your 28-day My Weight plan right now, including Fast 5. Get 1 week of specially designed meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes free, and 1 week of Craving Crusher shakes free.
So why do I keep telling you about Nutrisystem? Because it works, and I know it'll work for you.
Plus, check out our Nutrisystem D program for people with type 2 diabetes.
Call 877-711-SIZE and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
People with type 2 diabetes come from all walks of life. If you have high blood sugar, ask your doctor about Farxiga. It's a different kind of medicine that works by removing some sugar from your body. Along with diet and exercise, Farxiga helps lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes. With 1 pill a day, Farxiga helps lower your A1C. And although it's not a weight loss or blood pressure drug, Farxiga may help you lose weight and may even lower blood pressure when used with certain diabetes medicines. Do not take if allergic to Farxiga or its ingredients. Symptoms of a serious allergic reaction include rash, swelling, or difficulty breathing or swallowing. If you have any of these symptoms, stop taking Farxiga and seek medical help right away. Do not take Farxiga if you have severe kidney problems, are on dialysis, or have bladder cancer. Tell your doctor right away if you have blood or red color in your urine or pain while you urinate. Farxiga can cause serious side effects including dehydration, genital yeast infections in women and men, low blood sugar, kidney problems, and increased bad cholesterol. Common side effects include urinary tract infections, changes in urination, and runny nose. Need to lower your blood sugar? Ask your doctor about Farxiga. And visit our website to learn how you may be able to get every month free.
I'm always amazed how many people still don't own gold or silver in their portfolio. It's easy to own, and yet most people don't take the time to understand its incredible track record. Is that you? Then take our investor challenge right now. Call Lear Capital, and in just 10 minutes, you'll be surprised how gold or silver can help improve your investment performance. We're so sure gold can help your portfolio that we'll add $500 in free gold or silver with your first purchase. Isn't your financial future worth 10 minutes?
Call 1-800-355-8636 now and speak with a Lear representative. We'll send you our Gold Performance Report and Investor Kit. Plus, find out from the experts in our new DVD how they grow and preserve their wealth in today's economy. Get your Gold Performance Report, Investor Kit, and Expert DVD free with no obligation. And with your first purchase, get up to $500 in free gold or silver. Call 1-800-355-8636. That's 1-800-355-8636.
Fox News alert, taking a look at Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average jumping about 300 points with a couple hours still left in trading. The wild week on Wall Street continues. We had to bring this to your attention. That's nearly a 2% gain. Maybe just a little bit of relief after the Dow lost about 1,000 points over a 5-day period. Still a lot of concerns out there, folks, but a little bit of good news today. A better than expected read on consumer confidence. Some good news on the housing market in the United States, providing a little bit of relief just for now. The Dow up 300 points.
Well, here we go again. Another Democratic male candidate is under fire for what some say was a sexist attack on his Republican opponent over her work history. At a campaign event in August, Virginia Democrat John Faust questioned Barbara Comstock's commitment to creating jobs, saying, quote, in her mind, that means giving tax benefits to special interests and the super wealthy. I don't even think she's even had a real job. He later backtracked, but in a new television interview this week, an interview pointed out that Comstock is a mom, a Virginia delegate, and she's worked on Capitol Hill. Faust once again tried to clarify his comments, saying that those are real jobs, but they're just so hyper-partisan. This is similar to another attack we told you about last week. In a congressional race in upstate New York, Democrat Aaron Wolf slammed his female opponent, Elise Stefanik, for never having worked a manual labor job.
Stefanik has lived a very white-collar life. I don't know if you've ever worked manually for a living like I have, and I'm certain that Matt probably has. I don't know if you can say something to a 49-year-old who's working with their body, with their hands. It's a very different thing than sitting behind a desk and operating a computer.
Andrea, what is he talking about?
She had worked in her family business.
Well, so is this sexist, I guess, is the first question.
Okay, so that was a different case. That was against Elise Stefanik, and that was terrible. Okay, so Faust, this is a different race. Faust is saying these things against Barbara Comstock, which I guess, Kirsten, not to bring up our debate from earlier in the show, but I'm wondering what Faust would say about the new Ebola czar, because he has a very similar resume. So I guess he's never had a real job.
I'm sorry, could I ask?
Sorry, don't.
Could I just ask, is there a Dow czar? Because he's kicking butt.
Yeah, the Dow czar's doing well today.
Or she, you're right. Czaress.
I don't know. Is this a party thing? I wonder. And the only reason I ask that is because if we kind of look back in history, remember when John Kerry's wife asked or said that First Lady Laura Bush had never had a real job, and it turned out she'd been a librarian.
Right.
I mean, is this?
Well, I think that if what he was saying was he was referring to her being a mom, that would be offensive and that would be sexist. What it seems that he was criticizing her for was being, I guess, a lobbyist or something like that, and he just doesn't seem very attuned to what this sounds like, I think, to a lot of women.
I'm going to throw up a red flag because I just don't think that we hear male candidates attacking male candidates. I never have held a real job before.
Right.
You just don't hear it.
And let me give, since I'm feeling more comfortable now, let me just go ahead.
You're warmed up, Judge. That's when things get dangerous, Judge.
Let me go ahead and enter the confessional. Okay. When I was a lawyer and my wife was pregnant and we had a baby and second was on the way, and she decided, you know what, I think I want to stay home and raise the kids. And I said, well, I'd love to stay home and raise the kids. Why do you get to stay home and raise the kids? That sounds like a great gig. So we agreed, and she stayed home and raised the kids. Then she got sick one day. I had to stay home and take care of the kids one day. And by the end of the day, if I was still a police officer, I would have had ready access to my handgun. I would have shot myself. Because it was the hardest job. I seriously remember saying to her as she was in bed sick, you really want to do this? And she was, yes. And I was like, God bless you.
That's quite the confession.
That was a big compliment to your wife.
I should say, Kirsten, in full disclosure, I know Barbara Comstock. She is a stud. She's a smart, smart woman. I just don't know why he would use that line of attack. I just think it's very stupid, and it's going to backfire. It is.
It's out of nowhere.
Yeah,
but unnecessary. Labor thing too. I mean, that was just
Have you ever swung a pick?
Right. A monster storm with a tropical paradise in its sights. We're tracking Gonzalo as it approaches a popular resort destination as a powerful category for hurricane. Plus, an attorney accuses a judge of sexism after she was forced to bring her weeks-old baby to a court hearing that the judge refused to postpone. So does she have a case against the judge?
Great rates and safety working in harmony. Open an Optimizer Plus account from Synchrony Bank. Service, security, savings. Synchrony Bank. Engage with us.
I'm over the hill. My body doesn't work the way it used to.
Past my prime? I'm a victim of a slowing metabolism?
I don't think so.
Great Grains Protein Blend. Protein from natural ingredients like seeds and nuts.
It helps support a healthy metabolism.
Great Grains Protein Blend.
A party?
Hi, I'm new Ensure Active Clear Protein Drink.
Clear, huh? My nutritional standards are high.
I'm not juice or fancy water. I've got 8 grams of protein.
Twist my lid. That's 3 times more than me.
17 vitamins and minerals.
And 0 fat.
You bring a lot to the party.
Yay! New Ensure Active Clear Protein. 8 grams protein, 0 fat, 17 vitamins and minerals, and delicious blueberry pomegranate and mixed fruit. Take life in.
There. Hot stuff.
Not turning the thermostat down. That's not what I was doing. I was just having fun. Come here. Nice and tight. Atta girl. There's a sweet spot. Hold on. That didn't happen in practice.
There's a better way. Mitsubishi Electric Systems give you the temperature you want in any room with no ductwork and lower energy bills. Mitsubishi Electric Cooling and Heating. Live better. Go to MitsubishiComfort.com.
American workers struggling to survive. Are the administration's economic policies to blame, and will it turn the tide this November? A special Fox News reporting.
Now, no matter where you live, you can enjoy high-speed internet with HughesNet Gen 4, America's #1 choice for satellite internet.
My old connection just wasn't cutting it. Now I finally have high-speed internet that works where I live.
Now getting homework done is easier than ever.
Now my internet is so much faster. So is my bike.
HughesNet Gen 4 is faster and better than ever. Enjoy more of what you love to do online. Call 1-800-427-1852.
Now I can stay close to my grandson, even from here.
Now I don't have to drive 100 miles to find shoes like these.
With HughesNet, you can live where you love and enjoy faster surfing, downloading, shopping, videos, music, and more. Don't waste another minute on a slow internet connection. Call today and get free standard installation for a limited time. Call 1-800-427-1852.
You're driving along, having a perfectly nice day, when out of nowhere a pickup truck slams into your brand new car. 1 second, it wasn't there, and the next second, boom, you had your first accident. Now you have to make your first claim. So you talk to your insurance company, and boom, you're blindsided for a second time. They won't give you enough money to replace your brand new car. Don't those people know you're already shaken up?
Liberty Mutual's new car replacement will pay for the entire value of your car, plus depreciation. Call 1-888-602-3166. And for drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident.